I'd like to welcome the newest member of the board, Libby, another great addition of another bobblehead for Board of Administration. Too bad there's still no voice for students or parents within the community, but just another bought and sold politician like the rest of them. So I wasn't planning on coming back to another meeting, but it's generally a waste of time, you know. But I'm a glutton for punishment. So after the conduct of officers of the board at the last meeting, I felt I had no choice. Mrs. Frank, as you may recall 10 years ago, when I gave you a copy of the United States Constitution and Constitution of the State of Michigan.
You know what, Ellen, it's part of the Open Meetings Act that you are not to stand up here and call us out individually. If you want to say your piece, please do so. But
Mrs. Frank, that's actually not true. This is public comment. This is public comment. Board comment was earlier. But anyway, you know, those pesky things that you swore an oath up to uphold. After your conduct at the last meeting, it's clear that you've either forgotten or never read them in the first place. I furnished you all with a copy of the United States Constitution and Article 1, Section 5 of the state Constitution. Turn to page 21, and I have a bookmarked for your convenience. The First Amendment of the United States Constitution says, Congress shall make no law respecting establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of press or the right of the people peacefully to assemble to petition the government for a redress of grievances. The state constitution goes a step further in Article 1, Section 5, and I highlighted it on the sheet of paper I gave you. Every person may freely speak, write, express, and publish his views on all subjects, being responsible for the abuse of such right, and no law shall be enacted to restrain or abridge the liberty of speech or of the press. People have a right under this amendment and article to speak their piece and say their opinions whether you like it or not. You can take away public comment altogether or time limit the people, but you cannot limit someone for what they say. That is a blatant violation according to at least 2 former attorneys general. This was an issue when I was a member of the board and the former teachers union president and another person got up to speak and personally went after me. The president of the board in both instances went to strike them down and prevent them from speaking. I defended their right to attack me even though they were misled and wrong. I defended their right to speak, and I will defend anyone's right to speak, whether they're right or wrong. Toward the end of the last meeting, I saw something deeply disturbing, and it should be to anyone who is a supporter of freedom of speech. Mrs. Frank threatened a member of the public for comparing her and her fellow comrades to drug dealers.
That's enough.
Being nice, but
we're going to stop this. We're going to stop.
No, this is public comment.
No, you know what? It's a public meeting.
He and anyone else has a right to speak their mind to this and any other board. Where the real rub comes in is where they went at the end of the meeting and end of public comment, the gentleman tried to speak.
Stop.
And Mrs. Frank refused to allow him the opportunity and threatened to call the police. I'm almost done. She then summoned the newly hired director of security. This man was trying to do his job. He is head of security, not a hired goon for Mrs. Frank as she tramples on the rights of citizens for her own political and corrupt purposes. In the time it took to throw a temper tantrum, storm out of the meeting, and have a 10-minute recess, you could have let him speak and diffused a bad publicity moment. But that would require you to listen to those that you serve without controlling the narrative. It is the responsibility of each individual board member to rein her in when she violates the law and the rights of people you supposedly serve. If not, you are complicit and approve of these actions that go directly against the oath you all took. Please stop violating the law and do your jobs. Thank you.
Please stop harassing Mrs. Frank.
I suggest you
read the
read.
Constitution.
No, Alan, I read the Constitution. Stop.
Just be professional. That's all you have to do. Just be professional.
I know.
And what you're doing, no, he's a citizen. He can do it. You guys
Yes.
up there are just having an elected
Okay.
duty to be professionals.
Okay.
Not talk
Moving
back,
on.
just listen. That's all you should be doing up there.
To our board action agenda items. Reichle budget resolution 2022 to 23.